So, what today's thing is, we'll discuss the Sunday exam paper. After that, we'll continue the periodic classification. Okay, students?
Okay, sir.
So, this is the paper. See, question number from 1 to 25, we discuss all the questions. Just you open your paper, or otherwise better write the question as well as the answer, but don't take that much time. We'll continue the, after this paper discussion, we'll continue the class, periodic classification. See the question number 1, students. The formula of calcium phosphide. Can anyone tell? Students, is my voice is, please mute. Redmi i24, I don't know who is that. Can you please mute? The formula of the question number 1 is calcium, the formula of calcium phosphide. Calcium ion is Ca2 plus
Ca3F2.
Yeah, Ca2 plus, phosphide ion is P3 minus, so the formula is Ca3P2.
Ca3.
Ca3P2. Fourth option is correct. Any doubt in this? Students, can I go to second one? Is my voice is audible, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which of the following disobey octet rule? I given first option is H2S, second option is SCl4, third option is SCl2, and fourth option is OF2. Can anyone tell the answer? Answer is SCl4. Sulfur system contribute 1 electron, 4 chlorines contributes 4 electrons, total number of electrons is 10, which is not an octet. In the remaining 3, if you have any doubt, you can ask first option, third option, fourth option. Otherwise, we will go to the next one.
Sir, can you zoom the paper? It is not clear.
Yeah, the paper may be some. Is it okay now?
Sir,
Yes,
yes, sir. No, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, show the right side, sir. What he wrote.
Huh? What?
Right side, what he wrote, sir, means I'm writing.
Every day you are coming late and you are asking previous. That is time waste for all. Can't you join by 8:20, 8:25?
Complete, sir, means writing, sir.
Ca2.
Complete.
Right. See the third question. In the following, which is a trivalent ion?
Aluminium.
Is aluminum. But see, read all the. That's what I told. Read
Oh,
all
one
the
and
four.
Three.
Read all the 4 ions and then you come to one conclusion. Aluminium is Al3 plus. Hydrogen phosphate. Can anyone tell? Hydrogen phosphate. Can anyone tell the formula of hydrogen phosphate? Okay. Can anyone tell the phosphate ion formula?
PO4 3 minus.
Then hydrogen phosphate is HPO4 2 minus. Excellent, yeah. You are correct. Phosphate is PO4 3 minus. Hydrogen phosphate is HPO4 2 minus. So that is bivalent. That's not trivalent. And phosphate ion is P3 minus now.
Both 1 and 3.
Yes.
Ah, you are correct. Both 1 and 3, not the first one. That's why I told so many times, go through all the 4 options, then come to one conclusion which is correct, which is not correct. Can I go to fifth one? The valency of dihydrogen phosphate ion. What is phosphate ion? Can anyone tell the formula?
PO4 2 minus.
Phosphate I am asking. Students, I am asking phosphate ion.
PO3 2 moles.
PO4 3 minus phosphate. Can anyone tell dihydrogen phosphate?
H2PO4 3 minus.
Why 3 minus? H2PO4 minus. We are adding 2 hydrogens means there will be plus 2 charge we are adding. So the net resultant charge is minus 1. Is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So dihydrogen phosphate is H2PO4 minus and I asked the valency.
One.
Then answer is 3. 1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Next to 55. In the following, which is having octet configuration? I given 3.
Neon.
That is the reason you should attempt as many as
Sir,
exams.
all.
All the above is correct. Any doubt? Which is not an ionic compound? 56. Question number 5, 6. Which is not an ionic compound?
SiF4.
Yeah. Silicon is fourth group element here.
Sir, carbon. It forms a covalent compound.
Silicon is group 4A. It forms covalent compounds. And we discussed in ionic bond formation elements of 1A group 7A, 1A 6A, 2A 7A, 2A 6A only forms ionic. So SiF4 is covalent. In the following elements, which forms ionic bond? I given two elements in each and every case. And what I asked, which forms?
Sir, potassium and iodine.
Potassium and iodine is right. Any doubt in this, students? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
What is the formula of potassium perchlorate?
KCl4. KCl3.
Hey, how many times you will change, and you are not confident on concepts? Potassium perchlorate. I asked potassium perchlorate. Can anyone tell the formula of perchlorate ion?
ClO4 minus.
ClO4 minus, potassium ion is K plus, both are monovalent. Then what is the formula?
KCl4.
KCl4 is, that's right. KClO4 is right. Any doubt, student? Can I go to 59? See the question number 59. In the following, which element has 13 electrons in M shell? 13 electrons in M shell. So you should know the configuration. M shell means KLM, means third shell. Write the configuration and then count the electrons. Students, the first atom is Fe. What is the atomic number of Fe? I am asking what is the atomic number of Fe? (26). Can you write the configuration of iron? Tell 1s2.
2s2.
Is it okay? 26. How many electrons are there in M shell? M shell means third shell. Can anyone?
14 electrons, sir.
14 electrons in iron. But I asked only 13 electrons. Can you write for the remaining and can you tell the answer?
Yes, sir.
What is the atomic number of chromium?
24.
24. Students, please mute your mobiles. Please mute your mobiles. So it's 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d5. Is it okay?
Yes.
Because that is an anomalous configuration, chromium. I told two elements in the first 30. One is chromium, second one is copper. In both cases, the configuration, there is an anomaly in the configuration. So chromium is 4s1, 3d5. Third shell. What is the third shell in this? 3s, 3p, 3d.
3D.
Then count how many 13. That's what we want. So answer is chromium.
Chromium, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Next question. In the following, which is acidic oxide? In the what type of oxides are acidic? Can anyone tell? Non-metal. Generally, non-metallic oxides are acidic. That's good, yeah. Non-metallic oxides are acidic. Then, first one given CO2, SO3, N2O5, all are acidic oxides. So, option 4 is correct. Is it okay? Next. In the following, which is polar covalent bond? Is H2 is polar? What is first? Alright, don't search for that answer. First, you should know that what is polar covalent bond. Can anyone define?
Different. The covalent bond which have different things.
That's right. Clearly, you tell. Can you? The covalent bond.
Electronegativity.
The covalent bond formed between two different atoms. So H2 is not, Cl2 is not. Can NaCl is polar covalent? Can NaCl is covalent? So the answer is fourth one. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Right. Go to the next. In the following, which obeys octet rule? I given NCl2 plus ICl2 minus XeF2. That is not ZR, Xe, xenon. Okay. Can you tell how it is Xe? Xenon is which group element? Xenon is which group? Students, what I am asking, xenon is which group?
18th group, sir.
Yeah, wait. Then how many electrons are there in the valence shell of xenon? So xenon contributes 8 electrons.
So it is oxide.
8. You should count in XeF4, yeah, not in Xe. In the formation of XeF4, xenon contributes 8. Each fluorine contributes 1. There are 4 fluorines. So 1 into 4 is 4. So total number of electrons is 8 or 12. If it is 12, how can it be XeF4? Students, is it okay? So XeF4 is not the answer. Then can you do in the remaining 3, which obeys octet? Is 10 is octet? Is You told that there are 10 electrons in XeF2. Is XeF2 octet? You only told xenon is 8 and each fluorine contributes 1, 2 fluorines contributes 2. Then 8 plus 2, 10 na here. Here 8 plus 4. Then what is the answer?
Yes, sir.
What are the remaining two? ICF2 plus I given. Central atom is iodine. Iodine is which group element?
No, sir.
17. So iodine contributes 7 electrons. Each chlorine contributes 1 electron and it loses 1 electron. Then it is 8. Then it is octet. Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Students, any doubt in this? Right. In the following, which contain multiple bonds? Multiple bond means double bond or triple bond. That's what.
Sixth period.
Multiple bond means a double bond or a triple. Or a, yeah, O2 is right. Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sixth period,
Right.
sir.
In the following, which is a non-polar molecule? Next question.
Second group.
Oh, Shabas.
A little zoom.
What is the question? Can you read?
Seventh period.
Then, can anyone? Is non-polar or polar?
Sixth period.
Then tell. HCl is non-polar or polar?
Oh. Solar, sir. Polar, sir.
So, all H2, N2, O2, all the three are non-polar.
Yes, sir.
So, answer may be 2 or 3 or 4. Coming to next question. Which is having completely filled orbitals but not octet configuration? That's what I asked. Read the question first. Try to understand what is given and what is required. If you know what is given and what is required, then you can answer correct. You can answer each and every question. What I asked.
Zoom little, sir.
You want to zoom? Zoom out లేదు ఏంటండి ఇది? Is it okay, students? I can't more than this. Which is having completely filled orbitals but not octet configuration. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Still more. Is it okay, students? Yeah. I want completely filled orbitals but not octet configuration. Can anyone?
Period. Group 17.
You write the configurations, then you can. You want some more time? Cl minus
Sir,
configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Is it okay, students? Then this is completely filled, no doubt. How many electrons are there in the valence shell?
8.
Is that octet or not an octet? So, అక్కడ ఎవరో జూమ్ మ్యూట్ చేయండి. Octet. So this is not the answer. Can anyone tell zinc atomic number?
30.
Can you write the configuration?
2s to 2p3.
బోర్డు కనిపించేటట్టు పెట్టండి సార్. 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. But I want Zn2, I asked Zn2 plus. Is zinc loses electron or gains electron?
Zinc loses.
How many electrons?
2
Which two electrons? Is it from the 4s shell or from the 3d shell?
4s cell.
Then what is the resultant? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. Is this completely filled or not? Is that completely filled or not?
18th group.
5 electrons.
Alright, 3s completely, S accommodates, S subshell accommodates 2 electrons, P subshell accommodates 6, D subshell accommodates 10. All the subshells completely filled. But how many electrons are there in the outer
Yes,
shell?
sir.
Can anyone tell? 8 or 18? Is that an octet? Is that an octet or not an octet?
Not an
Then, so your answer is Zn2 plus. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Next question. What is the valency of sulfate ion? Sir, can you zoom? What is the valency of sulfate ion? That is a, can anyone tell the formula of sulfate ion? Can anyone?
SO4 2 minus.
SO4 2 minus. Then what is its valency?
2.
That's it. So answer is 2. Number of electrons with N plus L 5 in copper. Next question. Number of electrons with N plus L 5 in copper.
10.
Can anyone tell the atomic number of copper?
29.
Right. Then write the configuration. 1s2,
Sir,
2s2,
1s2,
2p6,
2p3.
3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d10. Is it okay?
Two P three.
Then can you count the number of electrons with N plus L value 5? I mentioned the condition N plus L 5. The N plus L of 1s is 1 plus 0, 2 plus 0, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 0, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 0, 3 plus 2. Any doubt?
7 electrons.
How it is 7, yeah? N plus L 5 means 3D only, na?
Yes.
Is it okay? Then how it is 7? How it is 5 or 7 or? Clearly I written the configuration on the board. Then what is the answer?
5 electrons.
Where is N plus L 5? You count. Is this 5? Is this 5? Is this or only this?
Only that.
Then how many electrons are there in that?
5.
Mali, you told 5. I am
Yes,
asking
so four.
electrons here. 3d10.
10, sir.
Then how it is 5? How it is 7? It's 10 only. Then answer is 2. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Then go to the next question. Maximum number of electrons accommodated in D or
10.
D?
10.
Okay. Actually, there is some spelling mistake there. Orbits never be designated by D.
8, sir.
That should be D orbital. It should be D orbital.
Okay.
I don't know what is in your paper. Here it seems to be D orbit. That's not correct. D orbital. The question is D orbital. Can anyone tell the answer? If it is D orbital, can anyone tell the answer? Students, one thing listen me. Orbits can be represented by K, L, M and O. Orbits never be represented by sp_df. So that is d orbital. Can anyone tell how many electrons can be accommodated by d orbital?
10.
10.
I told very clearly so many times. What is Pauli's principle? What is Pauli's principle? Can anyone?
Maximum 2 electrons can accommodate.
Any orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. Then how can it be 10? Is that a d subshell or d orbital? Read the question carefully. Is that given is d subshell or d orbital?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
D
orbital.
Then how can it be 10? Any orbital can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons. That's what is Pauli's principle. That's what we discussed in electronic configuration. Still you are telling it is 10, 10, 10.
Sir, if it is D shell, then 10, sir.
If it is d subshell, not d shell. If it is d subshell, it is 10. Okay, now?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right, very nice. Decreasing order of energies of 3D, 4p, 5s. How to compare the energies of orbitals, students?
Sir, with their quantum number and azimuthal number.
The one rule is there, the specific name for that I told in Abbo principle. How to compare the energies of orbitals? What you told is correct, no doubt about it.
N plus L.
Energy of orbital can be by using n plus L values. Now you calculate the given orbitals are 3D, 4p, 5s.
5s.
Tell n plus L value of 3D.
3 plus 2.
Excellent, yeah.
4 plus 1. 5 plus
Good.
0.
Very nice, very nice. So all the n plus L values are same.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
decreasing order is
Wait.
5s.
We should
Wait. If n plus L is same, then how to compare the energies? That's what I am
Sir,
asking.
if this model means we should depend on n, sir.
Sir, we should
We should
consider
depend
n
on
values,
which has
sir.
a small value, that one we should take first.
If n plus L is same, lower the n value, lower is the energy. So lower energy orbital.
3D.
3D. But we want higher energy. This is lower energy. This is higher energy. What is the order? What is the question? Decreasing order.
decreasing.
So you should write first higher energy and then to lower energy. Then what is the
5s,
answer?
4p, 3D.
5 is
Excellent.
3D.
Let's watch it.
Option 3 is right. Is it okay? Students,
Yes, sir.
now coming to 70. After filling 4f electron, an electron enter into which orbital? You can
Sir,
that
3D,
by
3D.
you 3D
Not 3D, sir.
4f you can that by Euler diagram.
Sir,
Ah,
5s.
ah.
5s. No, wait, sir, 1 minute.
Right, don't confuse. Accuracy is more important than speed. You take your own time, nothing wrong.
Okay, sir.
But you should tell the correct
5s.
answer.
5s.
No. What is n plus L of 4f?
4 plus 3.
7.
Yes, sir.
Is 5s is having higher energy than 4f?
No, sir.
Then you first find out the n plus L of 4. How much time it takes? Yeah.
5D, sir.
5D.
This is 6 plus 1. This is 5 plus 2. This is 7 plus 0. This is 5 plus 0. Then tell after 4f which one? Yes. 5D
5D.
is right. Is it okay, students? Now coming to in numerical value type, integer type questions. Question number 1 is What is the atomicity of sodium hydrogen carbonate? That is given. Can anyone tell the formula of sodium hydrogen carbonate first?
C6F.
NaHCO3.
Excellent. NaHCO3. Can anyone tell what is meant by atomicity? Then count how many atoms are there. Atomicity is nothing but number of atoms present in one molecule. 1, 2, 3. So atomicity is 6. Is it okay, students?
Yes.
Next. Formula of ferric oxalate is given as ferric ion. Can anyone tell the formula of ferric ion? Excellent. Fe3 plus. So valency is 3. Can anyone tell the formula of oxalate ion? Students, I am asking oxalate ion formula. Can't you? Right. Oxalate ion. Yes, that's right. C2O4 2 minus. So valency is 2. Then formula is Fe2 C2O4 thrice.
4.
This is given as X, this is given as Y, and what I asked X plus Y. So answer is 5. Any
5.
doubt in the any doubt in this? Any doubt? Then number 3. Number of unpaired electrons in vanadium 2 plus ion. Vanadium 2 plus ion. What is the atomic number of vanadium? Can anyone tell?
23.
First you write the configuration for 23. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d3. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now I want vanadium 2 plus I asked. And it has to lose 2 electrons. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Which 2 electrons it loses? You should know that. Is that loses electrons from 4s or 3d?
4s.
Then it becomes 3d3. How many unpaired electrons are in 3d3?
3 unpaired electrons.
That's right. Why? Because d sub shell accommodates 5 orbitals. There you have to follow Hund's rule. So 3 electrons should be in 3 different d orbitals. So number of unpaired electrons is 3. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Next question. In the formation of an antibond with chlorine, magnesium loses how many electrons? So that is the question given.
ID, sir.
2 electrons.
Yes. Why? Because what is the atomic number of magnesium?
12.
All the above.
Well,
All the
sir.
above.
What
All the
is its
above.
nearest unit gas atomic number?
Neon.
What is the atomic
sir.
number of neon?
10. 12 minus 10.
Then,
2.
then how it attains octet configuration? By losing 2
By losing
electrons. So answer is 2.
Sir, can you little
7.
zoom? Question is not visible.
Sir, can you zoom? Is it okay?
Oh, yes, sir.
Right. So question number 75, last one. How many unpaired electrons are there in Fe3 plus I asked? Fe3 plus I asked. Iron atomic number 26. You first write the configuration for iron, after that you write the configuration for Fe3 plus. Then you can identify the number of unpaired electrons.
5.
5 is right. Because 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6 is Fe. And I asked Fe3 plus. It has to lose 3 electrons. 2 from 4s and 1 from 3d. So it becomes 3d5. D subshell 5 orbitals. We have to follow Hund's rule. So number of unpaired electrons is 5.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is what we previous exam question paper. Maybe you may know all the concepts, but how many of you written all 25 correct? No one. How many of you attempted the exam? Do you know how much time that will take? A teacher or a computer operator or someone in organization has to spend to prepare a question paper? A teacher will take minimum 2 days. Some other gentleman has to type that paper for 1 day. And he has to upload. How many are working on this process? How seriously you are attempting? Five persons has to work on to prepare a question paper, to upload a question paper, to create a link. No one is worrying about the exam. What for all these? Is that the way? If that is the case, no need of preparing exam paper and no need to conduct the exam paper. Teaching a class is very easy. Preparation of exam paper and conducting the exam is a hectic schedule. We purchased some app by spending so many lakhs of rupees. Some are writing, some are typing, some are uploading. Still, you are least bothered to write the exam, which is not correct, student. This is not at all correct. You should know how many you can attempt in the specified time, in the allotted time, because all these are time bounded examinations. On that Saturday I told, whether you know it or not, you just come and sit in the exam, sit for the exam for 3 hours. And you take that as a very serious main IIT exam. Then you attempt. So many times I told, very few students are attended, that is an unfortunate thing. It should not be repeated. One more time. Attending exam, answering exam paper in the stipulated time is very, very, very crucial to achieve your goal. So, attempt all exams, write all examinations, see that marks, where you are, and that is very, very crucial here. So, from next exam onwards, give your full 100%, give your best, write all of you, write the exam. If you have any problem in that timing, you contact your principal, you ask better what you want. We are preparing the exam, we are uploading the exam and following the student, follow up of the students for the exam. Is it not your responsibility? Who is preparing for IIT or NEET? Your teacher or your computer operator or your principal? How many of you are how many are working for you? The most unfortunate thing happened in the last exam. Very sorry, students. 5 days, 5 to 6 members should work on that to prepare a paper, to upload a paper, and to conduct an examination. You are least bothered. So, from next exam onwards, everyone should attempt the exam. Forget about the mark. Forget about your mark, but you should sit continuously 3 hours, maybe 2 to 5 or 3 to 6 or 9 to 12, whatever that exam time, and give your best. Okay, now we'll continue the last class, period classification. This is what is about period classification. Is it okay? Then in the last class what we discussed is how many groups, how many periods, which is the how many elements are there in each and every period, which is the longest group, which is the longest period, that we discussed in the last class. Now I will give some atomic numbers. You identify the group number and period number for that element in the long form of periodic table. Okay? Right. Right. Question number 1. Identify the group number and period number of the following elements. Z 32. Z means atomic number. Z 56. Z 68. Z 96. Fifth one, Z 19. Students, I will give 10 minutes time to you all. You write the group number and period number of these. Only thing required to do these type of questions, you should know the atomic numbers of inert gases. In the last class I given the atomic numbers also. Can anyone tell what is first atomic number of first inert gas?
Helium.
Sir.
Helium.
Then
10,
18, sir.
18,
8.
now can you answer by using these numbers? Is it okay? Then do it. I don't want to disturb you. You first write the answers for all the 5 questions. After that I will discuss out. I will write that on the board. You can check whether it is right or wrong. Okay now.
Yes, sir.
Number of atoms.
I given the atomic numbers of 5 elements. Z is nothing but atomic number. I given the atomic numbers, and then you write the group number and period number. You take your own time, write correctly. After that I will discuss. Is it okay, students? Can I continue? Student, please mute your mobile here. (32) is which period? Can anyone tell?
Fourth period.
yes, sir.
Z32 is 4th period. Excellent. You are correct. Which group?
14th group.
Fourier group.
Because that, see,
Fourier group.
that is the reason why I give an empty table. 36 is here. 32 we want. 35, 34, 33, 32. Group 14. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Group 14 means carbon family or 4A group, which is carbon family. Any doubt in this, students?
No, sir.
Then write for 56.
Second group. Second group.
Excellent.
Second group, 60.
Bye, sir.
Huh? See, this is first period, second, third, fourth, 5. Fifth period ends with 54.
Yes.
Is it okay? Then this is 56 here. This is 56.
Yes, sir.
So what is the group number and period number?
Yes.
Sixth period,
Period 3, group 7.
second group. Any doubt? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Very nice. Then coming to Z68.
No, sir.
Sixth period.
Third group.
Sixth period. Lanthanide.
Wait. 68 is lanthanide.
Yes, sir.
Lanthanides are here. 50 in the last class we discussed 58 to 71. And what you all know, what we discussed in the last class, lanthanides belongs to 3B group.
3.
and 6th period.
1S.
So Z68 is 3B group and 6th period. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Then 96 I given.
Group 3, period 7.
Period 7,
How?
actinide.
How it is?
Actinide, sir.
That's right. Actinides. This is actinide. Actinides are 90 to 103.
Second shell.
You all know. See this slide. That's what we discussed in the last class. Wait. This is actinides 90 to 103. They belongs to 3B group and 7th period. Lanthanides 58 to 71. They belongs to 3B group and 6th period. Is it okay? Students,
Okay, sir.
5.
then what is the atomic number of last element? I given, I think one more I given. 17.
Yes, sir.
Seventh
Third
group.
period, sir. Third period, Shantanu.
Yes, sir.
Period 3, group 17. Good, very good, yeah. Very good. Any doubt in
Yes,
this
sir.
5?
No, sir.
Any 5 in this?
2, 5.
Any doubt in this? Right. Now, I'll give one more question. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Suppose. Can anyone tell the electronic configuration of nitrogen? I want in NLX notation. I don't want that in the form of 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. Forget about the past. That is the
1S, 2S, 2P.
yes. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3.
Third period, 7th.
Can configuration of nitrogen. Not only 2p3. You should tell all subshells in the outer shell.
2S2, 2P3.
See, this is student very important. What is the outer shell? Second shell or third
7
shell or fourth
electrons.
shell?
Second shell.
7A group.
So that should belongs to second period. If outer
sir.
shell is third shell, that is third period. If outer shell is nth shell, that should be nth period. So we can identify the group number and period number by using outer configurations also. Then how many electrons are there in the valency shell?
7 or 5.
So that is 5A group or column number 15.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Is it okay? So can I give one more question on this model? Right. Write the group number and period number.
Yes, sir.
Write the group number and period number for the following. First one. These are outer configurations. I'll write outer configurations. Okay, na? First one. 2, 3. Can anyone tell which group and which period of this?
Third period. 7th group maybe.
Yeah. This is third period. Any doubt you can ask students. Third period. Valency shell itself is the period number. The valency shell is the third shell. So it should belongs to third period. How many electrons are there in the third shell? So this is 77A group or column number 17. Can I give one more?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 4H2 4P4. Can you tell the group number and period number?
Fourth period, 16th group.
Excellent. Very good. Period is 4. Any doubt? Group is 16 or 6A. Chalcogen. So students, this is today's class. Take rest for 10 to 15 minutes. After that your physics sir will start your class. So read well, go through the notes, whatever that I given in the notes, and tomorrow also will continue the periodic table and write attend for exam. Every exam don't miss. You all should attempt. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Bye students.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Right.
Bye, sir.